That's one of the big questions that I have. Where is all my money? There's nothing I can do to help you anymore. I've given you everything I have to get you here. You're not here. There's nothing else I can do. But he might be a complete criminal. I have no way of knowing. I want to know. I want to know who he is, if he's a real person or not.
What's up, Seekers? Welcome back to another episode of Scamfish, sponsored by socialcatfish.com.
There's still a part of me that believes some of these things that he is saying to me.
Who lost $1 million to a romance scam. She thought that she was going to be receiving a $700 million parcel from her boyfriend who she met online.
In most instances, when you guys watch these YouTube videos, we literally have 1 week to interview, edit, film, do research. And so we don't get to showcase all the things that we do behind the scenes, what these victims go through. And this is a very special video because we take you over an 8-month journey of us working with Liza Likens and working behind the scenes to do the research, to go visit her, all the editing that happened. And in the end, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but we have a really good surprise. So watch it to the end.
Because of that, this video is very special to us. And with all the time and work that we put into it, if you like our content, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Our team appreciates you.
Mash that subscribe button. We appreciate you.
Thank you. So this has been an 8-month thing with Liza. She lost $1 million, which is devastating. But we're here today to talk about the case.
Liza's our friend, like bottom line. You know, like we went over in Vegas. I danced to, her singing live. Yeah. We put a smile on her face and ultimately worked to try to help her out.
Hi, my name is Liza Likens. I am a professional background vocalist signed to Warner Reprise Records in Nashville for about 4 years. 1 year I spent touring with Clint Black.
Visited her, she received a message from Priscilla Presley. I mean, she's been around really big names.
This is my music room/closet. I sang for many, many years backup vocals with Linda Ronstadt. And I lived with Stevie Nicks for 10 years. Stevie is one of my dearest friends, and I've toured with Stevie as a background vocalist. When I was on tour with Fleetwood Mac, Christine McVie had dropped a bundle of cash out of her purse, like a wad of bills, and I bent down to pick it up and give it back to her, and she went, "Oh, no. Oh no, I can't take it. It's bad luck. You must keep it." And it must have been about $5,000 of cash. I've been married twice. My first marriage was to a very wonderful record producer. My second husband, Greg, we were married for 23 years. We never fought. We never argued about anything. We were the happiest couple you ever saw. And 2 years ago, my husband passed away.
This is my favorite picture of him. He was gorgeous. He was my boyfriend in college when we were 18.
When my husband passed away, I just kind of went into isolation. I couldn't talk to anybody. I couldn't do anything but cry. All my friends were saying, "You got to stop isolating." So I was trying to stop isolating and get back into having a life again. And I was so lonely that I started going on Facebook. So my friend, who's also in the entertainment business, she said the only way to meet guys anymore was to do online dating. So first thing I did was I went on Facebook and I changed my status that I was a widow.
Why do you think people that are widowed or divorced start online dating?
I mean, it's loneliness is
Yeah,
the major.
loneliness is the biggest thing. you know, I'm very fortunate I'm in a situation where I'm not lonely, but like imagine having somebody you wake up to every day of your life and just having that ripped away from you overnight. And this person, as soon as I woke up, they were texting me. Before I went to bed, they were texting me. You know, they were telling me nice things, stuff that I didn't hear from anybody else. Everybody wants to feel that emotion, you know, of love, and it's just natural.
The first time I ever encountered Donald was on Facebook, and I got a friend request from this guy. The only reason I responded was because he reminded me of my husband. He was from Germany. My husband was of German descent, and they looked very similar. They looked like they could be brothers. He'd been a widow for 8 years. He had a son who he was putting through college in London, and he was looking for someone to be his wife. He wanted to get married and settle down. Very, very handsome man, extremely handsome. He looked like a movie star. And I thought, wow, maybe he is a German movie star. That's how good looking he is. He's got blonde hair that he wears in a nice fancy pompadour. He looks very much like a gentleman. All his clothes are Ralph Lauren.
Check. There we go.
He's just totally handsome.
You don't have a voice for a
like
minute.
your
No, you told
typical handsome German movie star look. And then he kept sending me messages. He thought I was the most beautiful woman he'd ever seen. He couldn't stop staring at my eyes. Were they contact lenses, or were they my real eye color? And that he was just mesmerized with me, and he wanted to get to know me. So I thought, oh, okay, all right. And that's how it started. Okay. So he was an old-fashioned gentleman was the approach. So it seemed very safe. It seemed like normal. I was dealing with like somebody who was a good person.
This person that she was talking to used pictures that were very similar of her husband. Right. So I don't know if that was on purpose or an accident. But that's what she fell in love with.
Following the passing of her husband, Liza found herself in a secure financial situation that allowed her to retire comfortably. She owned a beautiful home and no longer needed to work.
The first time this guy started to ask me for money, he said because he was working in a foreign country, he had to buy Wi-Fi time.
Okay.
I didn't know what he was talking.
This one is true. I will tell you that. Because you go to Kuwait, you go to any of those countries, you have to buy internet. You have to buy like a hotspot. So 50-50 here.
About, but anyway, he asked me if I could send him $1,000
somewhere
because we had started talking on the phone for several hours every night.
I only pay like $50.
I said, wow, that's a lot of money for Wi-Fi. He made it clear that it was the only way we could communicate, and he really needed it.
I need this to communicate.
And he also told me that on this mining job, his pay was to receive half of the gold that they had mined.
That's such a lie.
And he would pay me back every single penny. I had lots of money back then, and I said yes, I would send it to him.
You know
the next
how
thing
she said,
he did,
I had lots of money back then. She sent $1 million to this dude.
To ask me for money was he sent me a picture of this red safe.
Oh, yeah.
Like there were probably about 24 gold bars in the bottom of the safe.
Bitcoin.
And then he was putting in $100,000 bundles of American US dollars. And then he tells me he was having them send the safe to me and what was my home address.
Don't accept random
box
safes from
that's
people.
Just being moved all around America.
Yeah, I think
that's
even
so dangerous.
You know, in Liza's case, it's almost to the point where it's an investment with her money. You know, yeah, she loves the attention, but she's been promised X amount of money.
After he got my address, he said,
background.
I need the money to pay them before they can make the delivery. If you pay it, I promise I'll pay you back 5 times more than it costs. I'll take care of
So much a
everything.
lie.
He sent me this email from Frontline Logistics listing the 3 different ways we could have the delivery. One was for $20,000.
Hold on.
One
Pause
was
it,
for
pause it.
40,000.
Because I want to read this. We are reaching out to you regarding. Oh, hold on. Let me click this off because that's going to bother me. We are reaching out to you regarding your husband's shipment, or organization will oversee the direct shipping of the parcel to your designated home address below. We have provided selections of packages and options for you to consider to ensure the timely delivery of your parcel. Option 1. This is a cost-effective shipping method for your parcel type with an estimated delivery time of 1 to 2 months. The delivery cost for this option is $20,000. Option 2, our best-selling mail service, which typically delivers packages in 2 to 3 weeks depending on the origin and destination. This option includes tracking and insurance with a total of $40,000. Option 3, our fastest shipping service guarantees delivery within 3 business days with limited expectation or exceptions. This premium option includes tracking, insurance, and a money-back guarantee with the total cost of $140,000. Please take your time to review these options and let us know which one of these best suits your needs. We are here to assist you in ensuring the safe, efficient delivery of your husband's parcel. 1, you're not married to this dude. 2, there's nothing telling you what's in this package, and it's just $1 million, dude.
$1,000.
$1 million, this lady said.
And one,
This
which
makes
I
me
would have in
angry.
3 days, was for $140,000. I had the money, so
Yeah,
I got
had
the
the
money,
money.
and I paid $145,000 for the delivery of this red
She went
safe
for the
with the 24
fastest
karat gold
option.
bars and all the bundles of cash, which I was told by Donald that it equaled $700 million.
If I go out of my way and I do something for you, you know, whether you say it or not, you're going to feel like you owe me something,
Yeah.
right? So I'm saying, hey,
Yeah.
look, I have this package and I'm sending it to you, right? So now you're like, oh, this great person I'm in love with, they're sending me this package,
Give
you
me
know,
so
and
much
I'm
money.
going to be rich. So they're playing into different types of emotions. So when that first message comes from what you think is a third party company, you're all of a sudden trusting and you're excited to get this package. So you pay a little bit of money because it's not a lot of money. And if it gets the package to you, the risk
Somebody
outweighs
else
the
is gonna
reward.
get
And then it gets stuck again and the money becomes greater.
This plane got stopped in Greece at customs, and it got stopped in Turkey and Spain.
Why
They
are
were
you getting stopped 3
contacting
times?
me that I needed to contact my husband Donald and tell him that he needs to come immediately to claim ownership of the parcel. While he said he was in the middle of his job and he couldn't leave. So the Frontline Logistics said that they would have somebody get plastic surgery to look like Donald and would
What? What? That's wild. We'll be right back. I gotta pee. I'm sorry.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another.
Excited to get this package.
when they needed
continue this chaos. Let's see where else this lady is going. What happened? Oh no.
Hello, everyone.
Oh no, I did the thing. Oh no, why is that? That's very interesting.
Donald hopped on the next flight,
Where are we? Where did we leave?
paid the $200,000.
We're right
Started to
there.
turn into a James Bond movie pretty quick. Liza had already sent a couple $100,000 getting the parcel,
Okay.
and the shipment was just days away from arriving.
She sent
Her heart was racing, and it
145,000.
started to begin to feel like she was gambling. If she didn't send this money, the shipping company claimed that they would lose the package.
They
So
would
she paid
lose
the
the package.
$200,000.
Okay.
He makes everything sound so believable, and I have to keep reminding myself,
It's not.
I don't think any of this is true.
No.
I wish it was, but I
None
don't
of it's
think
real,
it
but you
is.
keep
The
sending
package
money.
was finally out of customs, and the plane had landed in the city of Las Vegas. It was taken off the plane and loaded onto a truck.
Okay.
This package was just
Then
an
what?
hour away from Liza, but then there was another problem.
They had arrested the two men that had the safe in the truck,
No, they didn't. No, they didn't, because they're
and
not
that
real.
he had to come immediately and claim ownership so that the two guys they arrested from Frontline Logistics could be released.
Why would it matter?
So he said he flew from Brisbane, Australia,
Why
and
would it
he
matter?
flew to Spain.
Why?
When the two delivery men were arrested, Donald hopped
Why
on the
would the
next
delivery
flight
guys
straight
be
to Las
arrested
Vegas
if it
so he
mattered?
could claim the parcel. But then there was another
They
issue.
arrested me when I got
He
here.
said
No,
they took him to
didn't.
jail and that they had a trial and they put him in a Spanish prison in a city named Elqui. He
Is that
sent me
even a real
pictures,
city?
and they would give him his phone every night for 20 minutes,
What kind
and
of
he would call
piece of
me
shit is
every
that?
night until they would come and ask him for his phone back. And he was having me still send him money for his Wi-Fi.
Because he's
We
probably
had
from
gone
fucking some
through
Arab country.
$750,000 of my inheritance from my husband, what he had left me to live on for the rest of my life.
Aye.
And they were going to free him on $250,000
Were
bail.
they? Were they? Were they?
I sold my house for his bail. Stupidest, one of the most stupid things I ever have done in my life that I regret every day.
Good.
My beautiful house that was built for us. The profit on my house was $300,000. That was on a Thursday. The cash was in my account.
And then she sold
I
more
think
of
the
it.
next Wednesday. They paid cash for the house, and I was out, and I moved into the Trump Hotel. I had already gone through all my inheritance money, and I am very ashamed of myself for using that to send to somebody that I had never met,
But
somebody
you
that I had
did.
fallen for online. I asked my husband to forgive me.
When we look at these people that, lose money and they go through this like crazy rabbit hole of sequences, what these scammers use to get money from, we look at them all the time and be like, how dumb. Like, granted, people are willingly giving money, and so that's like the first problem.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, this is
It's a
a
big
major form of
problem.
manipulation these people are going through. There are a lot of psychological principles that go into this. Like, if you wake up every single day and you do the same thing every single day, you're gonna continue doing the same thing. And so, like, if you look
so
at
much
abusive
to
relationships,
lose,
right? Not scamming relationship, but abusive relationships, and people look at other people and they're like, how could they stay in that relationship? It's
But they
bad,
do.
it's terrible. We all know somebody that has been in a bad relationship, right? That has gone on way too long. It's because they're used to being part of that relationship, and it's a normal part of their lifestyle, and it's hard to separate it from themselves.
After I paid for his bail, He didn't show up,
No, of course he
but that's
did.
when he said that customs stopped him when he got off the plane in Las Vegas, expatriated him
Sure they did. Sure.
back to Turkey.
No.
There's
no,
nothing
they
I can
didn't.
do to help you anymore. I've given you everything I have to get you here. You're not here. There's nothing else I can do.
When Liza initially reached out to us, she thought she had only sent $800,000 to help Donald. But as we started to dig in, it was
There's
more.
more.
The
There's a
money
lot
that
more,
she was
huh?
sending to him while he was in prison added up to a larger amount.
But after digging in, it looks like north of a million.
Yeah. So it's like she didn't even know how much money she lost because she was so focused on like the now and trying to get
protect
this
this
money.
dude,
And
she had
every
no
sequence
idea
that
who
happened,
was.
and she literally had no clue until we started looking through receipts and you
telling
pulled
her
all the crypto, the
and saying,
Bitcoin,
"Hey, look,
and then we
this is
talked to
what's
a friend.
happening."
Like it's probably unfortunately like 1.2 between 1.2 and 1.5 million dollars.
That's one of the big questions that
How
I
much
have.
money she
Where
spent?
is all my money? I've asked him to please send me back some
You're not
money so
getting
that
any
I
money
can pay
back.
my bills. And
There's
he says,
nothing.
honey, you know what
I
we've used
can't
all
do
the
that.
money
I told you
for?
we
They're
need
not
to
going to
spend
give
it."
it back to me. That's what he says to me. I want to know who he is, if he's a real person or not. I like the personality that he has
Because he's
made
a
me
fake.
think is him.
Because he made
But
you
I don't
believe
know
it.
if that's really him. But he might be a complete criminal. I have no way of knowing. I want to know. There's still a part of me that believes
Yeah.
some of these things that
That's so
he
sad.
is saying to me.
How much information did Liza have? How
much
did you and your
did she
team
give
attack
him?
this in depth?
She received tons of images
We're
of
only
him.
halfway
She
through
also
this video,
received
you guys.
images of his so-called castle. Apparently, he owned a castle in
I
Germany.
wish.
He had a purple helicopter,
I
a
want
red
a purple
safe.
helicopter.
We were able to
How come you
find
guys
a
don't
lot
buy me a
of
purple
these
helicopter?
image
I'm
matches
joking.
using reverse
I'm
image
not-
search
I'm not a
tools.
priest.
Also, something we dug into was the crypto wallets, which she had several.
Stick around until the
Anyone
end.
ever-
We'll
anyone
reveal the
ask you
real
to
man
send
in the
them crypto
photos
online
and
and you don't know
even
him?
find
Probably don't
Liza's
do
money
that, huh?
along with
How
the
about that?
person behind the
How about that?
transactions. If you've made it this far, don't
right,
forget to
let's-
like, comment, and subscribe.
Okay, so we're at halfway point then. Let's take our guesses where this video is going to go. The scammer is either from Nigeria or the Philippines. We know she sent $1 million. We know she's kind of famous. She has famous friends, obviously. Fucking Priscilla Presley texted her while they were there. What? She lived with Stevie Nicks apparently for like 10 years. Scammers from Nigeria or somewhere in the Philippines or maybe India. Because there was something that popped up earlier that made me feel like it was like not a normal country one. You guys remember when we had one from Jordan? It was like super weird. All right, let's go. Make your guesses where you think the scammer's from. Or if he's actually real.
Subscribe, guys. We appreciate you so much.
Also, subscribe
A
to their
few days
channel. We
later,
do a lot
our
of good
team
stuff
took a
here.
trip to Vegas to meet Liza and reveal everything we found out about Donald. Let's talk about visiting Liza and breaking down this information to her.
Okay, I hope I don't have a heart attack.
Oh, she seems so sweet.
So this is your report that we created. We did some research
Jesus,
on
look at
Donald.
this big report.
I was looking at the email that he had written to you with, and it had said it was from Frontline Logistics.
Right, that
Yeah, I'm
was
also
the
confused.
first time when he said he was
Doesn't
sending
matter
me
if the fucking
the
the drivers got
700
arrested.
million in gold bars and bundles of $100 US $100 bills.
And so they had reached out to you through this email. So we went on to the
Are they
Frontline
a real
Logistics
thing?
website,
I doubt they
and
are.
we couldn't find any such email existing for that
Because they're
company.
not real.
So what that means is he just created this email. Exactly.
But he used a real company, so that you
He
think
did.
it's a real company. But he created
also,
a different
why would
email.
a company use a Gmail
He
account?
said, let me tell them that they
If it's
need to
like a
write you back
fictional,
because you're
factual
my
company.
wife and you're getting this package. And then they wrote me back, so it was him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it also sometimes plays into the fact that, you know, this person, the profile that they're pretending to be isn't directly asking you for money. So how many times do we see a victim reach out and they're like, you know, he's not the guy that's stealing the money from me. It's this parcel company. It's this website that's doing it.
No,
but
it's
really,
not.
this is all one group of people or one person that's behind everything and pretending to be multiple people.
No, that's a great point, because the scammers found a way to kind of take the blame off themselves in a sense.
Scapegoat shit.
So
Scapegoat
another thing that we
everything you
looked at
possibly
too
can.
is, you know, he mentioned he has this castle
want
in
this
Germany.
castle.
So we
Look at that. Look
researched
how
this
cool that
address, also within
Is it
different
real? Please tell me it's
variations,
real.
because you can see he gave us a bunch of different addresses.
Right.
So it kind of just dropped me right in the middle there of the street, because there's no records for that address at all.
As outlandish as like the stories were, that was like her lifestyle. Like she was a backup singer for Fleetwood Mac. Like she had a celebrity like lifestyle where she's flown in helicopters.
Oh, okay.
and
It
she's
scared me. I'm
maybe
like,
even
did
seen
we
gold bars. and she's
reverse
seen
the video?
tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash. And so like to be presented with this stuff for her was normal. But also she had assistants and people helping her out and making business decisions for her, which I think took some of her judgment away. Like as she, you know, unfortunately like got into the real world, you know, and had these conversations with this person without anybody around, you know.
His real name is actually Raho Bornhorst.
Oh,
How do you
He is
think
German.
that she took it when we revealed to her that this person
What is that face?
has his own
Why-
life,
why
a
does
different
that
job,
have to be a me? Hold
he lives
on,
in a
hold
different
on.
place,
Hold on.
drives a different car than
Fortunately,
hold on. Go forward. We lost their spot.
I know they're mourning. Like somebody like this has a lot of pictures.
Okay.
We have been able to find
real world, you know, and had these conversations with this person without anybody
Hold on.
around, you know.
This has
his
to be
real
a
name
meme
is
fake.
actually Raho Bornhorst.
How do you think that she took it when we
I hate to make fun of that, but that's such a good meme right there. Anybody who can come up with a meme for that, 50 fucking bazillion points. I don't care. You have 50 bazillion points. Can I copy this image somehow? How do you do a screenshot? I don't remember how to do a screenshot on here.